of 7 to play either Sean Murphy or Ryan Evans
Thank
in the
you.
quarterfinals this evening. Neil Robertson to
First
get us
frame.
underway.
Neil Robertson to break.
Well, there's a really good crowd in, a lot of anticipation on day one of this real high-class tournament. Neil Robertson's going to start favourite, but Martin Gould, very dangerous player. Although he has fallen to 51st in the world rankings from a high of 11, so his form hasn't been great as of yet. Let's see if he can get himself going here this afternoon. Pretty good start.
1.
He seems, Alan, he's sort of almost become a bit part-time. He doesn't enter everything, does he? And that's obviously why, I guess, he's slipped down the list a bit.
Yeah, didn't play in the World Open that finished just last week. But, I've got a theory about Martin Gould that he's one of the players. It's difficult to say that any player suits a short format, but I think he's one of them. You know, we know about his record in the Championship League. Won that again
4.
to get himself the spot here in Coventry. And a fast start. That's 3 excellent shots to get himself going. Nice little angle now on green
5.
or brown and yellow. And just evidence there that how quick this bed is. A little raise of the eyebrows from Martin. I mentioned the studio about the winter swing. That's the beauty of it. I think conditions just lend themselves to a fast bed. The bed of the table. We'll keep an eye on that in the early stages.
Well, meanwhile, our referee, Desislava Boshilova's got to deal with an uninvited visitor. Some referees are more humane than others in this scenario.
Oh no. Martin, good. 5.
Well, the only good news for Gould there, he didn't get on a red. Neil Robertson had a really great season last year, winning 3 ranking titles and getting to 3 other finals. This season, it's not been quite so successful, purely because he's had trouble actually getting to tournaments. He couldn't get to Riga because the plane he was scheduled to fly on didn't take off. Couldn't get there in time for his match, and then of course the World Open, he went to the wrong Barnsley. Didn't go to Barnsley in Yorkshire, he went to Barnsley in Gloucestershire. By the time he realised it was too late. Thankfully he set the right sat-nav for Coventry today. Well, that has opened everything up. One thing, Alan, that links these two, they're both fantastic long potters, aren't they?
Yeah, and just with that safety shot there again, this is going to be a feature. Safety shots are going to be quite easy on this bed. It's so quick. It'll be easy to find that baulk cushion. As David's rightly said, there's going to be a premium on that with the class of the long game both have. Looking in behind Brown here, half ball. Yeah, that's a good shot, isn't it? You see, when it's a fast bed, you can play that shot and catch it half ball and know that the cue ball is going to make the journey.
Yeah, it's a 6-1 on the head-to-head to Robertson, but he certainly will not take Martin Gould for granted. First time they played was at the World Championship 2010. Gould led 11-5 overnight in the second round. Robertson packed his bags, was getting ready to go home, but of course it all turned around in the last session. He won 13-12 and he went on to win the World Championship. So he's got fond memories of playing Gould, but he also will be well aware of how dangerous he can be.
the first half chance then. The Australian, the brown helps this shot.
One.
Got an early chance to see the cue power. Neil Robertson, deep screw off this brown. So important, this type of shot, if you can get on a red when these pockets are maybe a little bigger than standard. So when they get in close, you expect them to score heavily. There's the cue powers we're talking about. Well played.
Well, heavy scoring
5.
is certainly his thing, isn't it? 84 centuries last season, more than anyone else. Of course, the only player to have made more than 100 in a single campaign as well.
Six.
He won this title 4 years ago, 2015. He's also been twice a semi-finalist.
Twelve.
Yeah,
13.
I mentioned he couldn't get to Riga or the World Open qualifiers. In Shanghai, he had another calamity. A chunk of his tip came off and effectively wrecked his chances in that match. And then in Guangzhou, China Championship, he had to pull out at the interval because he was feeling unwell. So it's not been the happiest of seasons so far. But there's a lot of snooker, of course,
19.
still to be played, and the players now back in the UK for the winter swing, as Alan coined it.
20. Twenty-six. 27.
Yeah, not quite fully into his stride because of the...
33.
Yeah, I want to be so careful and precise every time he plays on this pink. The reds covering one another just a
34.
tad. No, that'll make him feel good. There was not a lot of margin for error.
40.
A little positional shot, and that was a nice shot. It just gives you that nice feeling going forward.
$41.